Good evening. I'm Westside Principal Mitch Gross, and I'm incredibly honored and excited to welcome you to the 2022 West High National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. Students, parents, families, faculty, and staff, thank you for joining us in this celebration. A year ago, we were forced by COVID to hold this ceremony virtually. And while the virus remains a serious threat, we are in a much better place than we were last year, especially with the availability of the vaccine to all school-aged individuals. To the inductees here tonight, I want to first say thank you for all that you have done to help make this year the best it can possibly be, especially under difficult circumstances. I am so impressed by the fortitude you have shown and the resilience you have wielded. And even though there's been much sadness, pain, and angst these past few years, you, the students, have been a consistent, glimmering constellation of hope. You have come together as a community to help and encourage each other. In fact, it is with this that I'm reminded of the words of Angela Davis, who said, quote, "It is in collectivities that we find reservoirs of hope and optimism. Even in challenging times, when we come together, we can and we will persevere." At this time, I want to give a huge shout out to the new sponsor of the National Honor Society, Ms. Carolyn Walling. Please give Ms. Carolyn Walling a round of applause for putting this on tonight. For many years, National Honor Society had been sponsored by long-revered West High math teacher Joy Walker. And Ms. Walker retired last year, so I was given the daunting task of finding someone who would be able to fill her shoes. And I'm so thrilled that Ms. Walling agreed to do this. And for those of you who don't know Ms. Walling, she's a science teacher here at West. She teaches chemistry honors, or honors chemistry, but most importantly, and above that, she's an excellent mentor for students. She enrolls students all the time in science fairs and science competitions, mentoring them. And the most recent, and probably the most successful, was that of Deja Taylor. And Ms. Walling was a huge reason for the success of Deja and her Regeneron finalist status. So once again, please give a round of applause for Ms. Carolyn Walling. Scholarship, service, leadership, and character. These four pillars of the National Honor Society embody the two student speakers we have for you tonight, Antonio Sanchez and Mishka Noor. Antonio is a shining example of what it means to be a scholar who demonstrates leadership and service when, during the pandemic, he began giving virtual Spanish lessons to residents at a local senior living center. For his efforts, he was named a 2022 Hispanic Scholarship Fund National Scholar, making him one of the top Hispanic students in the nation. When not engaged in philanthropic work or research, Antonio can be found playing the piano or playing soccer for West High. When asked what his favorite class was here at West, Antonio replied, quote, "All of them, seriously." But when pushed, he stated it would have to be AP Biology with Ms. Harms, which is not surprising given that next year, Antonio will be attending the University of Chicago, where he'll be majoring in biological sciences on a pre-med track. Our second speaker this evening will be Mishka Noor. Mishka has made a priority to ensure students have an opportunity to make their voices heard. She has accomplished this by being the founder of Light Feather, West High's creative writing club that gives students an opportunity to write about their experiences and then to share those experiences in a myriad of ways. Mishka is also the features editor of the West Side Story, our high school's nationally recognized student newspaper. Mishka said the class that has had the biggest impact on her was English 10 Honors with Ms. Nara, because it was that class that helped her gain her own voice. Mishka will be studying neuroscience at the University of Iowa, where she too will be on the pre-med track. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce your student speakers for the 2022 National Honor Society Induction Ceremony, Antonio Sanchez and Mishka Noor.
Good evening. I would first like to congratulate all of you for becoming members of the National Honor Society. With this accomplishment, you already demonstrated that you are all on the path to success. Tonight, I was given the opportunity to address something many of you will soon be experiencing: applying for college. I want to share what I believe will take you to the next level. College admissions officers often want to see a spike, a peak in your application. Your spike can be almost anything, but it has to be something unique. Something that you are deeply passionate about, something that makes you, you. Colleges want to see what makes you stand out from other accomplished applicants. They want to know why they should pick you. Now I would like to share with you how my passion for science and Spanish led me to find my spike. My story starts in May of 2020. I prepared for summer work as a Spanish translator, supporting a group of US physicians. And then the notice arrived. It was canceled due to COVID-19. I was so disappointed, and I thought to myself, are there any other ways that I could help my community with what I have learned or with my talents? That's when it struck me. What if I created a new, virtual, beginner-level Spanish class at my local senior center? After I developed my lesson plan, I taught my first class. The senior citizens were thrilled to be a part of the class. Most arrived early, asking questions and participating in games and discussions. But their behavior and enthusiasm to learn came as a bit of a shock to me. I soon discovered that beyond the desire to learn Spanish, my senior students needed an increase in activities and distraction from pandemic fear and news. My class offered a chance to connect and interact with peers and with a young teen as their teacher. When some said my class gave them something to look forward to, a greater purpose in their days, my interest peaked again. Could I actually measure how my class improved their Spanish proficiency and understand how it affected their quality of life? Sparks of a newfound passion for scientific research materialized. And after reading published literature on foreign language learning, I created a survey to explore my questions. Quantitative data revealed a statistically significant improvement in their Spanish proficiency and quality of life. I could hardly contain my excitement from these results, but I also knew that sharing it was equally as important as knowing it myself. Raising awareness that foreign language learning causes a positive impact in seniors' overall well-being has become my goal. In hopes of nurturing further collaboration with researchers, I presented my research at the 2021 Sigma XI Student Research Conference. My spike is this project, because it fused my interest with teaching with my passion for Spanish and science. But beyond looking impressive in a college resume or a college application, this project was something more. That is why I want you to take a step back and reflect on what makes you, you. On what makes you stand out. On what makes you unique. But I also want to impress upon you, once you identify your unique talents and of course passion, ask yourself, how can you use that to leave a lasting impact? I wish you all the best in your future. Thank you.
Hello everyone and congratulations. I'm about to graduate in exactly 3 months, and to be quite honest, I cannot believe it because I still remember the first thing I ever did when I stepped foot into this building, like it was yesterday. I had just moved from Sudan with my family and I had to take a math placement test, which I thought I had aced had I only known that X was a variable and not a multiplication sign. I can't believe that I am about to leave because when I look back at the girl fidgeting in her seat because she saw that 4 years of high school was almost like a death sentence, is now standing in front of the crowd, unable to leave this place behind. This girl, who never read out loud because of fear of making a mistake, slowly started to raise a hand and dare to share. The girl who adored writing because it used to be her only voice She now gained her voice and is now using it to repay those old times where she felt too scared to speak. The girl who used to shy away from events that fascinated her because she either did not know they existed or worse, because she felt like she wasn't good enough. However, now she's leading in them. It took her 2 years to learn how everything works within such a huge school, the classes, the extracurriculars, and the rules. Then it took her another year to evaluate all of the options and dare to challenge them. Finally, that girl was able to ignite and become the candle that burns in the hope of guiding others. The same girl is now standing here today. She went out and joined a mentoring program for her underclassmen to help them by shining the light that was not ignited for her when she used to be in their place. Because to me, nothing I have ever achieved beats the fulfillment of receiving a small wave of a freshman throughout the hallway as they recognize you. And you can tell that they are smiling behind their mask because their eyes are shrinking. I was able to leave an impact on a stranger that I only spoke to once, that they recognized me before I recognized them. Or the honor I feel when another student trusts me and asks a question seeking an advice. Those moments are far more rewarding than a medal or a certificate hung on a wall, because in those moments, both sides are content. There is this quote that I find comfort in because it sums up the feeling, and it's said by Dr. Paul Farmer, quote, "We want to be on the winning team, but at the risk of turning our backs on the losers. No, it's not worth it, so you fight along defeat." You can work hard to be a winner, and in fact, you already are if you were invited to this room. But I wonder, why can't all students be invited? Why can't all of us be winners? Sure, there are some students who don't see why they should do it, but there's a group of students that don't see how they can do it. And you can show them by sharing your experience. I know because I was one of those students. Because at the end of the day, we will all leave this place, and what matters the most isn't what you take with us, it's what you leave behind. I chose to distribute guidance to those behind me so they can catch up faster than I had. Now I want you to take a moment and think about what you will leave behind. The easiest answer is an impact on someone. And so I challenge you to not only come back to this room next year, but to also bring another person with you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Walling, a science teacher at West High, and I'm so pleased that you're all here live. I don't know about you, but I am extremely motivated right now. I'm odd and motivated, and wow, and we've just started. So the National Honor Society is a nation's premier organization established to recognize outstanding high school students for their academic achievement. These students demonstrate excellence in areas of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. NHS was established in 1921 by the National Association of Secondary School Principals. Today, more than 1 million students annually participate in activities of the National Honor Society and its middle-level counterpart, National Junior Honor Society. I congratulate all the students here today who are receiving this honor. You have worked incredibly hard during incredibly difficult times, and it has been noticed. I am pleased to introduce our speaker today, Dr. Ann Languth. Dr. Languth was raised in Iowa City and is a proud Weber Elementary, Northwest Junior High, and West High alum. Dr. Languth is a board-certified pediatric ophthalmologist, which allows her to draw upon her interest and skills as a patient educator, advocate, clinician, and surgeon. Dr. Languth received her BA from Harvard University, her MD from the University of Iowa, and furthered her medical and surgical training at New York University and Northwestern University. She is now serving as a physician with Wolf Eye Clinic. In her free time, Anne enjoys running, reading historical fiction books, playing music, and spending time with her husband, stepdaughter, and 2 stepsons. Please welcome Dr. Ann Languth.
Wow, I can't believe I have to follow you two incredible students. And it's so inspiring to be here. I remember vividly sitting where you are now at my own NHS induction ceremony, and I'm more inspired, I think, than I was even there. So thank you for allowing me the privilege of listening to you and getting to witness this special moment for all of you that are here tonight. You know, our lives are truly a choose your own adventure book. And I know that by sitting here, that means that you've made several small choices and several large choices along the way that have allowed you to be exceptional human beings. You know, you've chosen to study hard. You make the choice to serve others, and you choose to lead and lift those up around you, and I commend you for that. Switching gears a little bit, you know, she just mentioned I'm a pediatric eye surgeon. And one of the most common surgeries that I perform is helping people that have an eye that crosses in or drifts out to bring that back into better alignment. And when I do that, there's a certain formula that I follow to predict what my surgical outcomes will be. Of course, everyone heals a little bit differently. My hands operate a little bit differently than other people. But I know that in general, if I move a muscle about 1 millimeter, I get about 3 degrees of response in eye alignment. So there's that algebra and geometry that you didn't think you'd ever need in real life. It's coming back. You actually do want those skills. And when I was thinking about those formulas as I was going over cases for this week, I thought, you know, is there a formula for success in life? Do we just use formulas in algebra class? Do we just use formulas in the operating room? And, you know, what's the recipe for success that will help us keep going to the next level? I think we all have our secret special sauce, the pinch of this and the dash of that. But the 3 big things that I would consider, I guess, my pantry staples, if we want to keep the metaphor going. The first would be purpose. The second would be persistence. And then the third would be positive role models. So we can talk about each of those ingredients one at a time. You know, first, purpose. You know, that's your why. Why do you want an A in that class? Why do you want to be on the varsity team? You know, why do you want to become a journalist or an engineer or a teacher? You know, the why is what keeps us moving, even when our motivation fails. You know, even when you're tired, even when no one's watching, even when it's really, really, really hard, your purpose is what pushes us through. You know, my first career aspiration was to be a tooth fairy. When I realized that was not going to work out so well, I decided I wanted to become a physician. I was amazed by science. I was amazed by this notion that there could be an illness and then it was cured, that someone might enter a hospital in a nightmare scenario with fear and concern, and that through the power of medicine, you could fix that. You know, my purpose throughout junior high, high school, medical school, my surgical training, it was to make, and it remains today, to make a positive impact in the lives of someone each day. And I can remain motivated throughout my training and my school. I can remain motivated on even the longest days by knowing that I get to achieve my purpose as I provide sight-saving care to those who need. Achieving my purpose and having that purpose to work for keeps me motivated. So thinking about that second ingredient, that for me is persistence. You know, the hard work, the nitty-gritty, the willingness to keep going, even if something's slowing you down. And this is the part that not everyone gets to see, you know, the late nights or studying at your desk without anyone watching. I remember the summer after 6th grade, I attended a program called College for Kids. Some of you might be familiar with it. And when I was there, I took a robotics class. When I walked in the first day, I encountered a surprise. I was the only girl in the room. I was certainly taken aback by this experience, but I soon came to realize that the ability to navigate a bandsaw or wire an LED that's independent of our gender or our background, where we're from, but instead it's a factor of our determination and the goals we set our minds to achieving. In another instance of persistence, with my desire to become a physician, during my freshman year of college, I eagerly signed up for a class called Life Sciences 1A. And this was the prerequisite at Harvard for anyone who wanted to go into medicine, or the pre-medicine track. It turned out to be the most difficult course I have ever taken. I remember calling my parents in tears, absolutely convinced that there was no way I was going to get through this class without a failing grade on my transcript. And it was then that my parents reminded me of why I wanted to be a physician in the first place. That why I had fallen in love with science. That wonder, that satisfaction that comes from running an experiment and finding out a result you didn't think was possible. Solving a problem set to completion and checking your answer and realizing that you'd actually learned something over the past few weeks. It was then that I realized I couldn't let one course stand in the way of me achieving this lifelong goal. And I knew that no matter how insurmountable it seemed, that armed with enough flashcards, I had the book Chemistry for Dummies that I got, extra time spent studying with my teaching assistant, and a healthy dose of self-determination, I was going to get through. And I did. It wasn't my best grade ever. We don't need to talk about that, but I got through. So the third key ingredient, positive role models. And those could be the peers we choose to surround ourselves with, the teachers we learn from, a parent, a mentor, a caring adult who's willing to reach out and lift you up. I've been fortunate to find many caring adults in my life. One who stands out to me as a teacher many of you might know, Mr. Kerpis, with a mathematical purpose. Yes, I think applause for Mr. Kerpis is in order, yes. Yeah. So my senior year at West, I quickly came to realize that AP Calculus is really hard, like really, really hard. And I felt like I was treading water just to keep up with the homework, not to mention all the shindigs and parties that would happen. And Mr. Kerpis recognized that despite my passion and persistence, so I could become a doctor, I needed extra help. And he welcomed me to spend extra time in his room each morning to go over problems and make sure that I had my homework completed and was prepared for those parties of his. And he did that all without making me feel ashamed or embarrassed or feeling that I was doing something wrong. I was able to be vulnerable in a very uncomfortable situation for me. I came to visit Mr. Kerpis after my first semester of calculus in college, and I don't know if he was more surprised or if I was more surprised when I told him that I was getting an A- in my college calculus course. So a great foundation was clearly laid at West High. But I continue to lean on and learn from my positive role models. Professionally, I still reach out to other eye surgeons to discuss complex cases or challenging patients that I encounter. Personally, I look to my mom, my friends, many of whom I met here at West High and who sat in these same chairs that you did, for guidance and support in remaining patient and approaching life's challenges with grace. So make an effort to find and nurture those relationships with a positive role model. I promise they're out there and eager to help. All of our paths to our dream goals will be different, and that's 100% okay. My journey to where I am today has had its ups and downs, and it looks very different from what I would have predicted when I was a junior in high school. I know it's challenging. I know I have challenges to come, but I also know it's worth it. I love what I do. I love the wonder and excitement that comes with helping people to see the world their very best. And whatever it is that you find wonder in, set your goals high and stick to them. Make sure you pack along your purpose, your persistence, those positive role models. I wish you all the very best on your journeys, and know that the world is brighter because you are in it. So thank you.
Okay, my name is, hold on, try that again. My name is Greg Yoder. I am one of the guidance counselors, and I also help out with the National Honor Society. My role this evening is I'm going to get things started by recognizing our continuing members that were inducted last year, but they are still here as seniors, and so I'm going to ask Miss Walling. She also has a microphone, and she is going to just ask these students to just simply introduce themselves, and we'll get started.
I'm Alex Rome. I'm a senior, obviously, since I'm still in this, but
Thank you. I'm Leah Dillon.
Okay, thank you. And unfortunately, like many things last year, the National Honor Society induction ceremony was a virtual event last year. So the fact that we're actually able to be here today is a really, really good thing. Now we're going to move on to we're going to have our new seniors who are being inducted. I'm just going to ask them to please come on up to the stage. Not all of our new seniors are here this evening, but we will have them proceed across the stage to receive their pin and certificate when their name is called. So hold on a second. Hold on a second, Barb. So our new senior members, Kate Adkins, Asel Ali, Coleman Eberly, Grace Ingersoll, Anuj Jani, Parminder Mundra, Lojane Nasser. In addition, we also have Marcos Rubio and Rajvi Singh. So a round of applause for our new senior members. At this time, we're going to have our junior members line up, and I believe Miss Abraham is going to be reading their names.
Okay, well, let's get started. Cora Abbas. Abdelrahman Abdallah. Hannah Abu Alewa. Ridi Acharya. Allah Ahmed. Joseph Alarape. Paige Albright. Jack Alden. Ali Algarai. Anthony Alou. Nathan Anderson. Shriman Aravamadan. Alex Aarons. Janelle Avila. Aman Bakit. Zachary Barton. Madison Bierman. Beswas Batare. Olivia Beglin. Zach Buckles. Mara Kaler. Corentin Charles. Nathan Chen. Seth Cheney. Fane Shui Cheng. Yang Yao William Cheng. Andre Cherascu. Kyle Chi. L. Christensen. Maya Chu. Brian Jean. Abram Calaguazo. Trayvon Coney. Henry Dye. Abi Damandaran. Tess DeGrazia. Carson DeSaulniers. Sankit Deshpande. Ella DeYoung. Ibrahim Diallo. James Dickens. Eleanor Dillon. T.J. Donovan. Alice Dureska. Wyatt Dotson. Heidi Duh. Sila Duran. Firas El Sheikh. Minu Imad. Sarah Engineer. Gabriella Esch. Jonathan Fan. Alexandra Filario. Aviva Freyer. Mitchell Fry. Sierra Frisvold. James Gannon. Emma Ginkinger. Kaylee Gibson. Catherine Gleason. Mason Goodale. Ryan Goodman. Sachiko Goto. Ava Graff. Elena Greenlee. Camille Gretter. Zola Gross. Madeline Greeter. Alyssa Hagawara. Mayaza Hamid. Olivia Harris. Ava Helskoff. Asil Higo. Benjamin Hofer. Claire Hollenbeck. Benjamin Orcad. Quang Huyen. Shema Ibrahim. Nora Ibrahim. Wad Ibrahim. Sadir Islam. Brennan Johnson. Eva Jordan. Anna Kalnins. Krisha Kapoor. Helen Kearney. Thomas Keene. Sierra Keeney. Thomas Kearns. Fatima Khalil. Damian Kim. Greta Karaski. Tanvi Kupachi. Himani Laroya. Owen Larson. Justin Lin. Anish Loth. Mona Luong. Exos Luzolo. Shivi Mayanji. Jay Mascardo. Hannah Matsumoto. James McClanahan. Carter McLaughlin. Emma McMahon. Emma McPierce. Wendy Main. Aubrey Miller. Trey Montgomery. Hoeda Musa. Hyatt Mustafa. Cooper Myers. Alexis Nash. Jessica Nauman. Ella Nelson. Michael Nelson. Laura Nelson. Lena Neuroldime. Stephanie Neurogina. Christina Ojangbe Kutsnesova. Willow Olson. Bennett Olson. Munzir Omer. Keiko Ono Fallard. Mohamed Osman. Seth Overton. Now Oya. Audrey Parrish. Lincoln Paulson. Leonardo Perniciaro. Carolyn Pierce. Andrew Polgreen. Vivian Polgreen. Milena Prelli. Lily Prochaska. Anna Prouty. Amon Reddy. Ava Reed. Angel Reveille Poindexter. Jade Roger. Jada Roust. Roslyn Rubio. Bryn Russell. William Shao. Tatiana Schmidt. Caitlin Schmidt-Rundell. Annie Schwartz. Ella Scott. Zoe Scott. Ashley Suh. Tyler Severt. Jaden Shin. Lydia Shin. Catherine Chopa. Brady Simcox. Ava Smithy. Jade Spiker. Helenipa Stevens. Amelia Stevens. Egosasir Swell. Mohana Sankara. Shri Jan Suresh. Rachel Swack. Ahmed Taha. Tazreen Tayyiba. Mina Tate. Savian Taylor. Carson Teganempt. Kara Thomas. Rosemary Timmer Hackert. Carlo Tron. Melissa Ooch. Natalie Ermy. Aiden Van Idekenge. Mason Van Waning. Ryan Vanderleest. Parker Vick. Anel Vukovic. Helena Wakalala. Ava Wadalove. Derek Way. Macy Walker. Qingyi Wang. Nathan Weimer. Sophia Wells Liu. Eric Whitaker. Miles Wood. And I'm going to read the rest of them, even though I know they're not here because we are live streaming. John Woodward, Haoran Wu, Catherine Yang, and Jenny Zhang.
And one quick housekeeping announcement. We did realize, unfortunately, the printer did not print all the names on the program, so we will reprint the program. So if your name was not on the official program, please stop by the office. On Friday, we'll have a new program printed off for you. We really sincerely appreciate you coming in. Let's give these wonderful scholars one more round of applause. Thank you for coming. Remember, no school tomorrow. Third try starts on Wednesday. Take care. Hey, Molly, will you take a picture of the speakers, myself and Carolyn, real quick?
Yes. You got your phone?
Yeah.